Hello and welcome. Today, we're going on a journey back in time, diving into the incredible wisdom from the April 1954 issue of Akhand Jyoti. We'll be exploring the powerful teachings of its founder, the revered Ugrishi Pundit Sri Ram Sharma Acharyaji, and you'll see just how much this message from the past still speaks to us today.
Right from the start, we're hit with this single, powerful idea. This really sets the stage for everything else. It's a challenge, isn't it? It asks us to look beyond just getting by day to day and to ask ourselves a much deeper question. What's the real purpose we're here to serve? This is going to be the central theme for our whole exploration.
Okay, so to help us navigate all this amazing wisdom, we've laid out a simple roadmap. First, we'll get to know the source itself. Then, we'll unpack the core principle of this issue. After that, we'll get into the practical stuff, wisdom for our inner world and our outer world. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with the key takeaway.
So first things first, what does Akhand Jyoti even mean? Well, the name itself is just beautiful and so symbolic. It translates to the unbroken flame, a flame of wisdom that never goes out, an eternal light meant to guide all of us through the darkness and towards spiritual growth.
You see, the mission, as its founder saw it, was never just to create a magazine. No way. It was meant to be a movement, a real guiding force for a kind of spiritual and cultural rebirth. Its purpose then and now is to uplift humanity, to bring back a sense of righteous living, and to help every single one of us connect with that divine spark we all have inside.
All right, let's get to the heart of this specific 1954 issue. The main article makes this really compelling, urgent call for humanity to evolve, to consciously step into a new era, the age of pragya. But what does that actually mean?
Pragya. This is a concept that's so much bigger than just knowledge or being smart. It's not about how many books you've read or what you know. It's about a higher way of seeing the world. Think of it as a divine, soul-guided wisdom, that inner compass that just knows the difference between what's temporary and what's eternal, what's right and what's wrong.
This slide really breaks it down for us. On one side, you have buddhi. That's our everyday intellect. It's super useful, right? It helps us with our jobs, our finances, navigating the world. But if that's all we rely on, it can lead to selfishness. But then you have pragya. It's playing a totally different game. It's focused on spiritual truth, on selflessness. The message from 1954 was crystal clear. Humanity needs to shift its main operating system from this limited intellect to this infinite wisdom.
So what does a life actually guided by pragya look like? Well, it's not some far-off, mystical state. It has real, tangible results. It shows up as righteous actions, as a deep sense of inner peace that doesn't get rattled by what's going on around you, and a natural pull towards helping others. It's a life where happiness isn't just a fleeting mood, but this constant, steady state of being.
And this brings us to a really important point. Awakening pragya doesn't just happen to you. It takes real, active inner work. So let's dive into the practical side of things, the spiritual disciplines, or sadhana, that are needed to really build up our inner world.
And here it is, the foundation of all spiritual progress. The real battleground is within us. Before we can change anything out there, we have to master what's in here. The magazine makes it clear that gaining control over our own minds, our impulses, our emotions, well, that's the most heroic thing any of us can ever do.
Let's get really practical with an example from the issue, anger. Instead of just seeing it as this uncontrollable thing that's part of us, we're given a 4-step spiritual game plan. Step 1. When you feel that first flash of anger, see it not as you, but as an invader. Step 2. Meet it with a shield of patience. Just consciously choose not to react. Step 3. Later, when you're calm, play detective and figure out what really caused it. And finally, Step 4, the ultimate weapon. Cultivate humility, because ego is always the fuel for anger's fire.
The magazine also talks about this incredibly powerful, almost scientific tool for inner purification, the Gayatri Mantra. It's described as more than just a prayer. It's like a spiritual technology. The idea is that its specific sound vibrations work on a deep level to cleanse your consciousness, chipping away at those deep-seated negative habits. Consistent, dedicated practice, or sadhana, is presented as a surefire way to purify yourself from the inside out and awaken that amazing divine potential that's sleeping inside all of us.
Now, all this deep inner work isn't about hiding away from the world. Actually, it's the exact opposite. It's supposed to completely transform how we show up in the world. So, Let's shift our focus to how all this inner wisdom actually plays out in our daily lives, with our families, and in our responsibilities. I just love this. It's such a powerful and freeing idea. Grihastha Tapavan basically means the household as a hermitage. It completely flips the script on family life. So instead of seeing our chores, our relationships, and all our responsibilities as getting in the way of our spiritual progress, this teaching says they are the spiritual progress. Your home becomes your sacred training ground.
And to really bring this point home, the issue tells the incredible story of Queen Madalasa. From the moment her sons were born, she would rock them and sing them songs of eternal truth and spiritual wisdom. She knew that a parent's most important job isn't just to feed and clothe the body, but to nourish the soul. And what happened? Her sons grow up to be not just kings, but enlightened sages. It's the perfect example of how worldly duties and spiritual depth can go hand in hand.
You know, the wisdom here is so complete, so holistic. It doesn't forget about our physical bodies. This issue reminds us that our physical health is literally the foundation that we build our spiritual practice on. It specifically points to a sattvic diet, food that's pure, light, and balanced, as being absolutely essential for keeping a clear mind and a spirit that's open to higher truths.
Okay, wow. We've traveled from a call for a new age of wisdom all the way to the practical steps for changing our inner and outer worlds. So now, let's bring it all together and distill it down to the essential, unbroken takeaways.
So, what's the big message from 1954 that we can take with us? It's really a call for a huge shift, to let divine wisdom, not just our intellect, be our guide. It teaches us that the real win in life is mastering ourselves, that our homes can be our sacred spaces, and that our ultimate purpose is to live for something much bigger than just ourselves.
And as we finish up, I really want to leave you with this question to think about. This wisdom isn't just something to be collected, it's meant to be lived. So from everything we've talked about, what is that one single unbroken flame of insight that you can carry with you from this explainer to light up your own path starting today?